Well, it was disappointing. We had opportunities and we just didn't convert when we had a chance.
Going for it on every time the fourth down, this was as much just who you're facing and want to get those points, or what was
A little bit of that. I mean, again, trying to get the flow of the game as we go through it, trying to get points, listening to the analytics, trying to make decisions.
On the touchdown where you seemed to dive a little bit early, was that what it was?
Well, that was disappointing. I mean, the interpretation is he gave himself up. Okay, so to me, when he dove and stretched, that didn't look like he was giving himself up. Go from there. Yep. Well, I think there's a little bit of discipline, a little consistency. They fought though. They played hard. They gave themselves a chance. Well, doing your assignment. On one of the scrambles, we had a guy that was supposed to contain on pass, and he didn't use his cop technique, and unfortunately, Aaron gets out and he throws it across his body to Devontae, and Devontae catches it for the touchdown. If we're disciplined and we do our job and we finish it, we keep him contained. And I'm just saying that we just didn't do the job is what I'm saying. The interpretation they gave me was they couldn't tell whether he was down or not. They're not saying the ball didn't break the plane on the second effort, but what they did say was they couldn't tell that his knee wasn't down. I just thought he was laying on bodies, and if you're laying on bodies, you're not down. But they said they couldn't see if his knee was on the ground or not. That's the interpretation I was given.
One more in the official. It seemed like twice the ball was spotted, and then a minute later it was picked up and moved to a new spot. But caught the punt there at the 20 to the 1.
Yeah.
Was there anything?
No, what happens is, again, it's something the league is using, and it's actually working very well for us, is they review it as well. Okay. So every play is basically, if there's any question, the league will start to review it. That way it keeps the play going in terms of they don't have to take the timeout and stuff like that unless they're absolutely sure. So, again, that they did it the way they're supposed to, and that's how it's supposed to work.
I know this is a loss, but did you see more of the defense than you hoped to see?
Yes, especially against this quarterback. I mean, again, this is one of the elites, man, and he showed it. I mean, he read us a couple times perfectly, and he threw the perfect ball. He threw the back shoulder one time. The other time he took the high. He took the high ball against one of our other matchups. I mean, that's why the dude's special, man. That's why he is special. Yes. I thought they held it pretty well. Again, they went up against one of the elite receivers and one of the elite passers today, and I thought they held their own. A big part of it was, and I know I've mentioned this to you guys, I thought the rush and the coverage were coordinated pretty well for the most part. I thought they really were in tune with one another, putting the pressure on the quarterback, forcing the ball out early. A couple times he beat us in terms of what he had read and getting the ball out of his hands quickly too. So, again, kudos to him, and that's why I said that's why he's one of the elite guys.
What did you make of Chris Wood?
I thought Chris did a nice job. I did. I was pleased to see him. He drove the ball well. Because of the situation, circumstances, a couple times I decided to, go for the touchdowns, and we could have easily kicked field goals, but that wouldn't have helped us in terms of needing points to score to get back in the game.
You know what happened on the block?
He might have drove that one maybe a little low. It was, obviously it was I believe it was a 42-yarder, and it's something, again, as a first-year guy, a rookie basically, he'll get better at getting that ball up to some elevation. But at the same time, there might have been a little bit of penetration. He did get his hands up, but we haven't really had a chance to look at that, so that's speculation on my part.
I know we made a big deal about Landon's role, but was this one game?
I loved his role. I loved his role. That's what I believe the young man does and does well. You saw him run through the line a couple times, make plays at or behind the line of scrimmage. You saw his ability to get outside and turn the ball back inside. You saw him in pursuit. I thought he did a nice job in his coverage drops. I think there's a couple things the more he works at it, the more comfortable he gets at it. I think he's, I thought he was productive, and that's kind of where we see it. I thought it was great. I thought he was very gutsy, very courageous. I know he promises, he wishes he had that one back where, just keep the ball extended, and that way the interpretation is you didn't give yourself up, you were trying to cross the goal line. But again, it's interpretation. That's tough. It's a tough one for me to swallow because there's nobody around him, you know. But that's what the rule is, I guess.
When he's moving the ball, he is, and you guys can stall out there. How do you factor that into your evaluation? Against him, does it go negative kind of play? Like, is it on the quarterback?
Well, it's not necessarily all on the quarterback either. So, you know, there's 10 other guys on the field. So we have to go through that. And, you know, there are some things I didn't agree with either, you know. But, you know, if you can't count on getting calls at times either. So you just got to go ahead and go through it.
Take a couple more.
Well, I go to Danny, and then what did you think of him today? Obviously,
Well, because Danny was the next man up. I mean, and that's the truth. I thought Danny played a heck of a ball game. You know, he made a couple plays on coverage. He was in a good position, and again, the experience of the quarterback. I mean, throwing the ball where he did, where Danny didn't have a chance. But I thought Danny did a good job, and Danny competed for us. He made plays, and again, that was just a tough play.
We've talked for months about the tough schedule you guys were given, and obviously the record it is what it is. But are you seeing the week-to-week improvement?
I am. I'm seeing the growth that we're looking for. I love the fight in these guys today. There's no quit. They played hard, and that's all you can ask for as a coach. The guys are going to come out and play hard and give themselves an opportunity. I thought they did. I thought Taylor was impressive. You know, he did make a couple of mistakes, but he's going to, as a young guy, gain experience. But you know, I got a lot of confidence that he's going to be able to move us. You know, now we as a football team just got to continue to grow and get better.
last week we talked about when adversity hit in the early second half with the kick and lining up all sides. We saw you make a little bit of quit on the sideline. What do you think was different this week?
Well, I think the guys just continue to fight. I mean, they felt it. You know, I really thought they had a good week of preparation. I love the way they practiced. I love the way they came to work every day. It was a point of emphasis. It was one of the things that, you know, I had stressed on Sunday after the game. You know, and again, we'll continue to do that because that's how we're going to get better. So we're just going to continue to have to work harder, and that'll help us play harder.
All right.
All righty, cool. Thank you, guys.